Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Or good evening. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Michele.
Hey.
How you doing?
Amazing and beautiful. Thank you for asking. I'm glad to be here.
You're very welcome. How you doing, Michele? I can't hear you.
Could turn her sound on. Maybe her audio is not connected. She might have to connect it. There's usually a button on the bottom. Oh.
Now you can.
There
can
she
you hear
is.
me? Yes?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, awesome.
Today is being a good day. Oh, I have my dog here. She's barking. Hey, 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 hey.
That's good. That's all good. She's protecting you.
Absolutely.
Rachel, it will help tremendously if you are in a place where I can see your face for this exercise.
Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
Not that far away.
Awesome. How you doing? Good to see
like
you.
I said, I'm amazing and beautiful. That's what I would name my boat too.
Oh, there we go. Yes, yes. Amazing and beautiful. Yes. Wonderful. So that's what you name your boat. How about you, Michele? What would you name your boat?
Sparkles.
Of course, it sparkles.
Sparkles. Oh, I like that name too.
Yeah.
What's your name of yours, Rachel?
Amazing and beautiful.
Amazing. That's cute. Like it.
Let's do some introductions. So name where you're from and why you're here.
Okay. Rachel first.
Rachel Ray. I'm here in sunny Orlando, Florida. And I'm here because I definitely know there's some things holding me back on the metaphysical or the emotional or the mental, and I can't put my finger on it. So I'm hoping to we can tap into my subconscious blocks and let them go. Whatever they are, whatever it is in the way, like I'm ready to bulldoze all those things down and out the way so I can move forward.
Just blocks and let them go. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I met you today.
I know, right? This is happening very fast.
That's okay.
Yeah. Action taker for sure. How about you, Michele?
Michele. Well, I am from Brazil. But I'm living in Argentina now. I'm here now. I am here. I don't know if I'm wondering if I can live some things out of my mind, and I have some thoughts, and maybe I think it's on me, all over me, and in my body, and so let's see how it can go.
Wonderful. So you want to leave things out of your mind, and some of the things might be in all of you in your body.
Yeah. I think with time, maybe some thoughts or some frequency of some thoughts, it could keep some parts of me, and so I don't know, I'm trying to figure out a lot about the thought and maybe some guilt, and maybe it's I'm not guilty of anything, and so just maybe carrying some stuff that I shouldn't. So yeah.
Okay.
I hope it can be possible. And yeah.
Wonderful. It's carrying stuff that you shouldn't. Guilt. Trying to figure out a lot of thoughts. Okay. Wonderful. So let's get started. Let's get started. So today's class is releasing a limiting belief. Can anyone explain to me what your definition of limiting belief is? Actually, both of you go. What is a limiting belief?
So anything contrary to unlimited beliefs.
There you go.
They put boundaries or stops. They plug or they interfere with your full capability or your full potential. Yeah. And they work against nature, and they work against, because nature is very unlimited. So limiting beliefs many times are formed through maybe past experiences or social norms, society, propaganda. The list goes on and on. Like everybody and everything that doesn't align with nature and align with your inability, your unlimited potential, can be limiting beliefs.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for sharing, Rachel. I love what you said there about nature is unlimited. That's so wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it
totally.
Is. We're the ones that put limits on it.
Yeah, awesome. Michele.
I think it is they are thoughts about living your future that you carry as like let me I think when you have a way of living, or you are in an environmental that maybe the way people act, it can conduce you to have the same acts or the same beliefs, and it can be very limited and difficult to cross to the other side. I think when we have just one point of view of something as well, or sometimes when we are so sure about something and we put walls all over this idea. And I completely agree with Rachel. I just don't want to repeat it. It was wonderful what she said. So I think society, school, our group of friends, our family, I don't know, church, in some we have limited thoughts or ways of living. I think everywhere, and sometimes it's I think what is really limited is when we think that is it only exists one truth. Now that maybe it's yours, and you cannot see the others.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So limiting thoughts, having a wall all over because you think that's the only truth. Excellent. So I'd like for you to get your piece of paper and a pen, or if you can type on a notepad on your laptop or a computer. I'm going to be taking some notes.
I feel like I should get my journal, but it's in the car. I'm not going to go to the car.
Yeah, you can get it later. Any paper will do.
Yeah.
And I'd like for you to write on the top, limiting belief I am releasing today. Or the limiting belief I'm releasing today is, and write whatever comes to mind. The limiting belief I'm releasing today is, and write whatever comes to mind. If you have more than one, write all of them. The more you write, the more you release. Take advantage of the opportunity. I'm going to pause here. We're going to continue this in a moment. So we're going to pause. Please share with me what you have so far, and then we'll continue with the writing. So share with me what you have so far.
I wrote it's just one phrase. Now, limits believing I'm releasing today is that I'm guilty of not making money as I needed or I wanted to.
I'm guilty of not making money. What's the rest? I'm guilty of not making money
as I needed or I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about you, Rachel?
I can add that to my list. I like that one. I also have limiting belief I am releasing today is I am not worthy. I am only my body. My resources are limited. That's what I have so far.
Okay. Not worthy, I'm only my body. My resources are limited. I'd like for you to ask your unconscious mind or your heart or your higher self, which one of these three is the greatest of these three? That if you were to release that one, you would also release the other two. First thing comes to mind?
Resources.
Okay, so what's the full sentence of the limiting belief?
limiting belief I am releasing today is my resources are limited.
Yeah.
And
If
like
you
I
release,
said, the way Michele said it was better. we're aligned, Michele. We're similar.
I think so.
yeah, there's no everything happens for a reason. You can borrow someone else's limiting belief. So okay, if you release, so you can use hers, which is I'm guilty of not making money as I needed or as I wanted to, or my resources are limited. Which one's greater? Ask your unconscious mind, Rachel. Which one's greater of the two?
Not guilty of making money. Is it money?
Yeah, not guilty. I'm guilty of not making money as I needed or as I wanted to.
Of not making money as I needed and wanted to. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, we're going to get a little bit more specific. Limiting emotions supposedly are anything that you cannot feel. So for instance, I'm not worthy. It's not a feeling. It's not guilt. It's not fear. It's not sadness. It's not anxiety. So everything that we cannot feel, for instance, I can't make money. Anything that doesn't have feeling attached to it, we can rule as it's a limiting belief. So because this sentence has the word guilty in it, we're going to do a little bit of work, a little bit of digging, a little bit of searching to see if there is a deeper limiting belief, deeper than this one.
Surrounding money. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Guilt and money.
Yeah. And before we do that, we're going to do a meditation. So we're going to do a meditation. The reason why we do a meditation is because when we meditate, we allow the conscious mind to go to sleep and the unconscious mind to be awake or to take over. When I say the unconscious mind, I mean the mind that preserves the body and keeps the body running. Meaning, the heart that you have beating today, and it was beating even before your birth, has been working, has been alive because of your unconscious mind or subconscious. Another word for that mind is the parasympathetic system. Parasympathetic system is the system that has all of your organs working and preserving your body, and all of the digestion, the heart beating, your lungs, your breath. Can you tell your heart to stop beating? Can you tell your stomach to stop digestion?
No.
Right? So we're going to solve problems today. Instead of solving the problems at the conscious level, we're going to solve problems at the unconscious. To put things into perspective, the unconscious mind can record, can process 11 million bits of information per second. meaning everything you've ever gone through, have been through, have seen, heard, felt, has been stored in your unconscious mind. In contrast, the conscious mind, the mind that we usually use for speaking with one another, can process, can work with 100 bits of information per second. So go ahead and write these numbers down. 100 bits of information per second and 11 million bits of information per second.
Okay,
so the conscious mind,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the conscious mind can process 100 bits of information per second, and the unconscious mind can process 11 million bits of information per second. So the reason why we're going to do the meditation is so that we have the conscious mind, the commentator, go to sleep, so that we can use the unconscious mind to give us the answer that we need. Does that make sense? Any questions so far?
No.
Okay, good. So go ahead and put your phone on silent or turn it off, so we are pretty focused on this exercise, because this exercise might be what you needed, and you want to be here 100% focused and present.
Okay.
And we're going to end promptly in 36 minutes. And you can check your phone at that time. So let's go ahead and get comfy. We're going to meditate for about 5 to 10 minutes. And go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to start with 4 deep breaths. We're going to start with 4 deep breaths. And when you exhale, exhale the sound of ha. So go ahead and inhale. We're going to take the first inhale together. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally. If you have a mantra or prayer, you may begin now. If you don't, I invite you to pay attention to the air around your hands, skin, around your face, and the air coming out of your nose and in through your nose. And allow your body to relax, allowing the conscious mind to go to sleep while the unconscious mind is wide awake. Another word for the unconscious mind is the intuition. Another word is the higher self. Another word is the God within. Another word is the heart, when we say listen to your heart. We'll be here for a few minutes. And allow your physical body to simply relax. If you hear any sounds, any beeps, bangs, bleeps, besides my voice, allow any sounds to completely allow you to focus even deeper on this meditation. Allow any thoughts to simply float away like clouds that float away on a windy day. And bring your attention back to your breathing. Allow the right corner of your mouth to rise ever so slightly. And if you'd like, allow the other corner of your mouth to rise ever so slightly as you continue the meditation. Allow your neck to relax. Allow your jaw to relax. Allow the toes to relax. And allow the shoulders to relax. Allow the unconscious mind to be wide awake while the conscious mind goes to sleep. The unconscious mind is also known as the supercomputer, and the conscious mind as the mini computer. And from now on, any questions I ask of you, I'd like for you to allow the supercomputer to speak, to show you, to give you the feeling of the answers. This is the same mind that has kept you alive all these years, even before you were born. You can trust this mind. It has your best interest. It has been speaking to you for a long, long time, Sometimes you gave it a year, sometimes you listened to it, and other times you didn't. And from today on, I suggest you make a promise that you will adhere to the advice that that mind gives you, whether it's a voice within, whether it's a thought, whether it's a picture, a movie, an image, or a sound. I suggest you make a promise to create a better relationship with your unconscious mind. That way, whenever you encounter growth moments or challenges, you can ask this mind that has everything you have been through. It has stored. It has all of the learnings, all of the lessons. And if you consult that mind, the more you do, the more it will tell you. It will start trusting you back because you are choosing to listen to it. And now we're going to do a short forgiveness exercise. And you might ask, why forgiveness? Forgiveness has been known to be one of the most powerful tools and least utilized tools to release mental and emotional baggage. When you do forgiveness, you're giving yourself a gift. So let's go ahead and invite the memory of someone who has wronged you. It could have been today, it could have been this week, it could have been 10 years ago, it could have been decades ago. It could also be yourself. Go ahead and ask your unconscious mind, who is the person that I need to forgive the most for my highest good today? And bring up the picture, the shape, the sound, the representation of that person to your mind's theater. And allow, get some water if you want some water. If you find yourself coughing in the future, I'd like for you to raise both of your hands and for you to look up. So if you find yourself coughing in the future, raise both of your hands and look up and open your throat. Now that you have the representation or the memory of that person that you want to forgive in your mind's eye, I'd like for you to imagine a powerful, loving, healing energy coming from up above into your own head, healing you, completely lighting your body with loving, healing energy. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, to the tips of your fingers, completely healing you. And as your body heals, you allow that energy to shoot out through your chest, through your heart, towards the image, the representation, the shape, the sound of the person you're forgiving. And allow that image, that shape, that sound, that representation to completely heal. And notice, the more energy you send to that memory, the more your own body heals. Your own mind heals. Now double the amount of energy coming through your head from up above. And allow your body to double the amount of healing it receives. And allow the energy going through your heart into the memory of the person you're forgiving. Allow that to double as well. Completely heal that memory. Excellent. Excellent. Allow the forgiveness to take place. And if appropriate, ask your unconscious mind if the following exercise is appropriate or not. If appropriate, I'd like for you to get closer to that memory so you can see that person's face clearly and see that person completely healed, see their face completely healed. And for those of you who are visual, I'd like for you to start changing their face to your face. So whatever you see in front of you, their nose, start changing their nose so it's your nose. Their eyes become your eyes. Their mouth become your mouth. Their ears become your ears. Their arms become your arms. Start morphing completely into that memory of that person. If what's in front of you is a sound or a shape, I'd like for you to walk into that sound or shape completely and become it. And allow all of the changes to integrate. And realize that all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. And forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Allow the changes to take place neurologically. Allow your brain to make new connections. And allow any baggage to simply release as you forgive that memory. And you are now healed with that memory. If appropriate, allow a healing, loving energy to not only come from the up above, but also from the earth below. Allow two sources of energy to completely fill your body, heal your body. One source from up above, coming through your head, through your neck, chest, down to your legs and feet. Another source of healing, loving energy coming from the center of the earth, up through your feet, legs, belly, chest, neck, head. Completely healing you and the memory. that you're forgiving. Ask your unconscious mind, what is there to learn from this event? The learning of which will allow any mental, emotional baggage to release. Ask your unconscious mind to preserve those learnings. The learnings might become evident to your conscious mind right away, later today, or in the future when it's appropriate. Simply ask, dear unconscious mind, preserve the learnings. Excellent. We're going to take 4 deep breaths to come out of this exercise and continue the release work. So let's take the first deep breath together. One more. Excellent. Continue breathing normally. Allowing sounds of dogs to help you feel safe. The dog is here to protect us, to show us unconditional love. And we thank all the dogs in the world for the unconditional love. And start moving your feet, your toes, your hands. Shake your head from side to side, move your shoulders up and down, and slowly open your eyes. And coming back into the room, come back to me. How was that? How's that, Rachel?
It was 3 people, in order, and then I picked one and then switched to another one, and then switched to the third person, who was myself, actually, as a little girl. And before you said transform their face into my face, it was already happening. I was already doing that.
What?
Yeah, I did it before you said it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing it before you said it.
That's amazing.
Because I saw myself as a little girl. It wasn't as clear. And then when you said it, make it clearer, and I finally saw like my teenage face, all pimply and fat. It was very chubby. In fact, my face is still chubby, but I think it was chubbier then. But I had spots, and I didn't like my hair. I didn't like myself, any of that. But I was already, like I said, like morphing into who I am today and how I feel today. I feel amazing and beautiful today. So it's like, I pictured a more looser, freer, happier person, the person I am today. But yeah, I didn't know you were going to do that.
Wow.
That you were going to change that person into ourselves.
That's amazing. That's connection right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. Michele, how was that for you?
I felt some I felt tired, like with my body, and or maybe it was like a relaxing, because I start to uh, I don't know, like put my shoulders like this, and I was kind into a sleep zone, and um, I just only could figure out about my last year. My thoughts was about um, uh, about the job I'm doing, or the company I'm trying to build, and I was like, no, it's okay. you are you are doing what you can do, and tomorrow I'm going to have best options, and uh, I think it was interesting about the forgiveness part. Um, it's not something very like to me about I'm very criticized about myself, so um,
Did you choose yourself?
judgmental. Yeah, judgmental, very judgmental.
Who did you choose to forgive?
Um,
Was it yourself?
yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
Excellent. So, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to continue the release work, and now we're going to specifically start the release work for the limiting beliefs. I'd like for you to look at your limiting belief. Go ahead and look at your limiting belief. Is that limiting belief still true? Yes or no? If it's
Does it?
not, we can get another one. If it is, we'll release that one.
Well, I don't feel this way anymore.
Oh, good.
but, but
Good.
so I guess there's something else.
Yeah, so ask your unconscious mind, is there another limiting belief for me to release today? Yes or no? If you get a no, it's okay. Ask your unconscious mind, is there another limiting belief that I like to release today for my highest good? Yes or no? If you get a no, it's okay.
I feel like it's a yes, but what the clear limiting belief is, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
'Cause I don't,
Ask your unconscious mind, is it appropriate to release that belief today? Yes or no?
is it appropriate that I release limiting belief today? Yeah.
Yeah?
Hmm.
Okay. What limiting belief would you like to release today? Ask your unconscious mind.
I think I want to come back for the first thing I've said in the beginning, and I think I can release this guilt uh, about this reality, about the past,
Okay.
and
Go ahead and ask your unconscious mind, Dear unconscious mind, shall I release this today as a negative emotion or as a limiting belief? Dear unconscious mind, shall I release this today as a negative emotion or a limiting belief? First thing that comes to mind, what's the answer? Just pick one. This is an unconscious process. Just pick one.
I think it's a limited belief in not
Negative emotion.
not emotion. Yes.
Okay. What is? Go ahead and tell me what the limiting belief is.
I have my dog barking here.
It's okay. She can bark.
I think because I think I am not possible to do different. Also, I am in a new phase in my career.
What's for the sake of time? What's the limiting belief?
It's about being guilty about not making.
Okay, how about the limiting belief of I'm not possible? What's the limiting belief?
That I have possibilities.
So
well, this could be the opposite.
So what's the limiting belief? Ask your unconscious mind.
I think I don't really believe on me.
Okay. I don't
on
really
me doing strong stuff.
Okay, I don't believe on me doing strong
big stuff.
Big stuff. I don't believe on me doing strong stuff. Why? Why don't you believe on you doing strong stuff or big stuff?
Because I think I have another limited believing that making it harder. It's difficult to me to be easygoing on my decisions and
okay.
And
how's that a problem?
Taking big steps.
How's that a problem?
Because I can be still. I cannot go on. I can. Maybe I paralyzed. I can feel paralyzed, and maybe I don't move, and that's when I suffer, and then I feel guilt about this whole circle.
Okay. Why do you feel guilty?
In the first time now I'm thinking maybe it's like a chain, you know. I don't know when it has begun. I'm seeing all and it's like everything seems that it's difficult. Maybe I feel good about having fear
Okay, which one's greater? Fear, guilt, or limiting belief?
Bigger, you can say
Yeah.
bigger on me.
Yeah. First thing comes to mind?
I think fear.
Fear is bigger than guilt?
Yes.
Fear is bigger than limiting
Because
belief?
I think guilt it could be a conclusion. It's being what it converts
Okay.
later in guilt.
Okay. Ask your unconscious mind if it's for your highest good to release fear today. Yes or no? First thing comes to mind.
I
Dear
think yes. Yes,
Yes.
I can.
Excellent. Okay, so we release fear. How about you, Rachel?
Okay. It's just kind of flowing. Okay, so at first, I just kept asking myself the question you kept asking. You kept asking her, and you just kept asking, what is the limiting belief I am releasing today? So the first thing I wrote after what I told you earlier, now it starts out again. I am not worthy of the resources I ask for or require. Limiting belief I am releasing today is I am not worthy of the resources I ask for or require. And then I put, I am not as smart as I am because I've made. Baby, not a good time, baby. Go ahead. Come on. She's got a dog, I've got a baby.
That's awesome. Good thing that this class is kid friendly.
And then I put, again, I am not as smart as I am because I've made too many mistakes, had too many failures.
Okay, which one's greater?
And then after I wrote failures, it was limiting belief I'm releasing today is I am a failure. I'm releasing.
Is that the greatest?
Yes.
Okay.
And then what came is limiting belief I'm releasing today is I'm not worthy of respect, connection, intimacy. And limiting belief I'm releasing today is I am out of pain. Out of pain.
Which one is the greatest of all of those? The one that if you release will allow all others to release as well.
Pain. Yeah.
So what is the limit? So it's the emotion of pain, or is it a limiting belief?
The emotion of pain. Emotion of pain. Emotion of pain versus.
Or just pain.
Emotion of pain or just pain.
Or hurt.
Hurt. There you go. Stop. No. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
And
this is a family-friendly class.
Yeah, but that's my mother, and I told her I would be in a meeting, and there's a lack of respect and connection and intimacy with her.
Yeah. Good thing we just did forgiveness exercise.
Yeah, but I'm like, maybe I could forgive me. She was the second person, and like, can I forgive her?
Yeah.
Like,
well,
okay. We'll just release a little bit at a time, right?
Yeah, totally. This forgiveness exercise I recommend you do on a daily basis.
Okay.
I do it on a daily basis, usually at nighttime before going to sleep. So you can do that mental practice and forgive all the people that you came in contact that day.
I mean, she's got the baby, but she leaves the cup. It's like, it just...
Yeah. It's
Because it was,
family members, I believe, are put here on this earth to help us grow
yeah.
and
I was
learn
told we
patience.
pick our parents, right? That's what I was told. We actually pick our parents.
Yeah, that's what I was told too.
I picked some interesting folks.
You're a tough woman. You pick some strong battles, and I think you're ready to release those battles and have an easier life.
How do you know?
Yeah.
How can you
So
tell? How do you know?
how do I know? Because of our conversation earlier today,
Mhm.
and of all, I mean, who on 7 o'clock at night Eastern time is spending an hour and 3 minutes to work on this releasing baggage class? Who? Who does that? Only
We
people that
are
are,
amazing people.
yeah, we're
We are
amazing people.
amazing, Michelle.
Yeah. So go ahead and ask your unconscious mind which is the greatest limiting belief on that list. The one that one release will allow all the others to release as well. Go ahead and pick one.
Respect, connection, intimacy. Hmm.
Go ahead and read out aloud the one that you're choosing.
I'm not worthy of respect, connection, or intimacy. I'm not worthy of relationship.
Okay, is that the one? I'm not worthy of relationship.
I'm not worthy of. I'm not worthy of, I guess, fruitful relationships. I'm not worthy of mutually beneficial relationships.
Okay. I'm not worthy of mutual beneficial relationships. Notice that the conscious mind is trying to come up with words. The unconscious mind already knows what it is, but because the conscious mind is such a small computer, it's trying to come up with words. And in the next few minutes, we're going to release that. So just allow the unconscious mind to do its work. The conscious mind is trying super hard to keep up with the work. It will never keep up. It can only do 100 bits of information per second, and the unconscious mind can do 11 million. So let's have the unconscious mind do its work. I'm going to release a not worthy of mutual beneficial relationship. So let's play a game. Let's get in touch with our unconscious mind even more. Shout out a number between 0 and 10.
8,
10 and 100.
100,
Go ahead, Michele. Play the game as well. 100 and 200.
180,
150.
200 and 300.
275,
278.
300 and 400.
380,
375.
Okay, let's go. Let's start over. Between 0 and 10.
2.
7,
10 and 20.
11.
19,
50 and 90.
99, no, 90.
18.
Between 500 and 600.
555,
400.
Excellent. Just like that, when I asked you during the release exercise, I'm going to ask you the question of what is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected will cause the problem to disappear. If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? So once I ask you the question, I like for you to go with your unconscious mind. and allow any sounds to completely allow you to just focus on your eyes.
Baby intimacy. Baby. As a baby. Mom.
Wonderful. So now that we are connected to the unconscious mind, I'd like for you to get connected to your timeline. So imagine a timeline containing all of your past memories and all of the things you would do and you're planning to do in the future. Go ahead and point, use your finger, use your hand, and raise your hand, point and point to either to your past. Is it in front of you? Is it behind you? Is it to the left? Is it to the right? Is it to the side? Where is the past? Go ahead and use your hand and point to your past. Excellent. Michele, go ahead and point, use one hand and point.
Yes, teenager.
I'd like for you to use your hand and point to your past. Where is your past? Go ahead and point to your future.
There.
Okay, excellent. Now, we're going to talk about the root cause. The root cause. Most of the things that we release on the unconscious level does not come from this lifetime. Most of it is actually passed down genealogically. So, I'm going to tell you a story of a research done with mice. Okay, so there was a group of scientists doing the research on mice regarding mental emotional baggage passed down genealogically, meaning the baggage came from generations before the person was born. So they used mice to test this. So they gathered a group of mice and they electrocuted the mice while blowing smoke. And it's a specific type of smoke. It's called sandalwood smoke. To the point where the mice connected or were anchored to the smoke means they're going to get electrocuted. And they would be very afraid. They would freak out. The mice were anchored, were connected to each time they were electrocuted, they would feel the smoke. To the point where the scientists didn't have to electrocute the mice anymore. They would just blow the smoke and the mice would freak out. Then they stopped doing that. They stopped doing that and the mice had babies. The babies grew up to be adults. And the scientists didn't do anything with that generation. That first generation had babies. So now it's the grandchildren. And that grandchildren, those grandchildren, the scientists, they blew sandalwood smoke in their cage. And guess what happened?
They responded like they were electrocuted.
The mice were freaking out. The mice were freaking out. These mice, they had never been electrocuted. Their parents had never been electrocuted. Only their grandparents were electrocuted. So this proves that mental and emotional baggage, fear, sadness, hurt, guilt, limiting beliefs gets passed down genealogically through DNA. So when I ask, what's the root cause, the first event, which when disconnected will cause the problem to disappear, it was likely before the age of 5, if it was this lifetime. It was probably also, it could have been in the womb, or it was passed down to you genealogically or past lives. So keep this in mind. The root cause is not something you can remember. The conscious mind, the mini computer, cannot remember the root cause. So when I ask your unconscious mind, what is the root cause? You need to trust what the unconscious mind tells you. It's not a conscious process. You won't remember what it is. You have to go with what the unconscious mind tells you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, I'd like for you to think of your limiting belief. Go ahead and think of your limiting belief right now. Bring it to mind. I'm going to ask you 8 questions, and I'd like for you to just listen to the questions. You don't have to answer them. Allow the unconscious mind to do the work. Think of your limiting belief. Close your eyes. Go ahead and think of your limiting belief. Get connected to it. If you're yawning, that's a good sign. It's a sign of release. As you think of your limiting belief, I'm going to ask you 8 questions. No need for you to answer them. Simply hear them. As you think of your limiting belief, what's wrong? What caused this problem? How have you failed to resolve this? How can you overcome the solution to your problem? What would you like to change? When will you stop it from being a limitation? How many ways do you know you have solved this? I know you are changing and seeing things differently. This is an unconscious process. Allow the unconscious to do the work while the conscious mind tries to play catch up. You will never be caught up with the unconscious mind. It's too small. It's a mini computer. Now, we're going to continue with the release work. And I'd like for you to ask your unconscious mind, what is the root cause of this problem? As you think of the limiting belief, what is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected, will cause the problem to disappear. If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? If it was before, was it in the womb or before? If it was in the womb, what month? If it was before, was it past life or passed down to you genealogically? If it was past life, how many lifetimes ago? If it was genealogical, how many generations ago? If it was after your birth, what age were you? Just pick a number. If you have the root cause, go ahead and raise any of your hands so I can see your hand, keeping your eyes closed. We'll be here for just a little bit. Excellent. Go ahead and raise your hand if you have the root cause. If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? If it was before, was it in the womb or before? If it was in the womb, what month? If it was before, was it a past life or passed down to you genealogically? If it was a past life, how many lifetimes ago? If it was genealogical, how many generations ago? Just pick a number. If it was after your birth, what age were you? Just pick a number. Go ahead and raise your hand if you already have it. Michele, go ahead and pick. Keep your eyes closed. Just trust your unconscious mind. Michele, what is the root cause of this problem? The first event which, when disconnected, will cause the problem to disappear. Was it before, during, or after your birth?
After my birth.
What age? First thing comes to mind. Ask your unconscious mind if it's okay for you to release this limiting belief today. Yes or no?
Yes.
Ask, dear unconscious mind, can you trust me to give me the root cause? Yes or no?
Yes.
Dear unconscious mind, what is the root cause of this problem? The first event, which when disconnected will cause the problem to disappear. Was it before, during, or after your birth?
After.
What age?
10.
Do you remember what happened?
Not exactly.
Ask your unconscious mind, is there an earlier event?
Maybe it's blur.
Good. You're not supposed to remember. You're not supposed to be clear of what it is. Was it before, during, or after your birth?
After.
What age?
10.
Okay, is there an earlier age? Is there an earlier event?
No.
No? Okay, excellent. Now, I'd like for you to ask your unconscious mind to float up in the air, both of you, float up in the air above your timeline into the past and down into the event. Notice what emotions are present. And also note if you are aware of the decision that was made there, too. The decision that I'm not worthy of a mutual beneficial relationship, or the decision that I'm guilty of not making enough money or not making money as I needed. Go ahead and note if you are aware of the decision that was made there, and wind the movie of your memory until you come to the time of the decision. If you have not found the time of the decision, wind and rewind, keep moving the movie of your memory until you get the moment you made that decision, the decision that I'm not worthy or that I am guilty. If you have the decision, raise your hand. Keep rewinding and winding the movie of your memory until you come to the time of the decision right now. This is an unconscious process. Allow your unconscious to do the work for you while the conscious mind tries to play catch up. Notice the emotions that are present, and also note if you are aware of the decision that was made there. If you are aware of the decision that was made there, go ahead and raise your hand. Yeah. Excellent. Close your eyes. Stay in the exercise. Now I'd like for you to float up above your timeline and face the past and start traveling, floating towards the past to a position well before the beginning of the event. And go even farther. Go to a position well before the beginning of the event or any of the chain of events that led to that event. And turn and look toward now. So the root cause is in front of you and below you. Ask your unconscious mind to preserve the learnings. Now, where are the emotions? Where are the emotions? Allow the emotions to, and this question is regarding the emotions of the root cause, not the emotions on your body. If there's any emotions on the root cause, I'd like for you to float higher and farther back. Float higher and farther back until the emotions completely disappear now. Get up higher and float farther back. Get high enough and far enough back until the emotion disappears. What is there to have learned from this event? The learning of which will allow you to easily let go of the emotions. Won't it be better to preserve the learnings than the emotions? If you let go of the emotions and preserve the learnings, you will have learned what you needed. Keep floating higher and farther back until the emotion disappears, as well as the limiting decision. Not letting go of this emotion is in direct conflict with the highest prime directive of the unconscious mind, which is to preserve the body. This emotion, though getting results, does not preserve the body. It actually hurts the body. Wouldn't it be better to let go of the repressed emotion and get the same results in some other way? Keep floating higher and further back until the emotion and the limiting decision completely releases right now. Excellent. Now I'd like for you to float down inside the event. Float down inside the event, the root cause, looking through your own eyes, and check on the emotions. Are they there, or have they disappeared? If they have disappeared, just hang out here for a moment. If they're still there, if there's a little bit left, I'd like for you to float higher and farther back so the root cause is below you and in front of you. Float higher and farther back until the emotion and the limiting belief completely releases now. Excellent. Now float back down inside the event, looking through your own eyes, and check on the emotions. Are they there, or have they disappeared? You're muted, Rachel.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone. Okay, close your eyes. Michele? Close your eyes, Michele. Have the emotions released? Michele? They have. How about the limiting, Rachel, come back to the exercise if you can. Close your eyes. How about the limiting decision? Did it disappear as well?
I didn't see the decision. I just saw like an event.
Okay.
It didn't look like a decision. At least I know you kept saying go back, go further back, go up and go back, but it went to a whole different place after that. None of that was painful. So
wonderful. So the emotions released.
Yeah, because everything kind of disappeared at that place.
Yeah.
The voices couldn't be seen, just the pain. Just the pain.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. And the relationship was broken. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Michele? Stay in, close your eyes.
I saw my fear, and
did it disappear? Yes or no?
Yes, I smell it. I smell a smile. Sorry.
You smile. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, good. Now I'd like for you to float above your timeline. Float above your timeline and come back to now. And like a domino effect, remember the last time you saw someone play with dominoes where they lined them up and then they hit one domino, and as a domino effect, it basically lets all of those blocks to fall. I'd like for you to start floating towards back to now and come back to now only as quickly as you allow all of the events between then and now to reevaluate themselves. Come back to now only as quickly as you allow all of the events between then and now to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices, like a domino effect. And let go of the negative emotions on all of those events. Preserve the learnings and let go of the emotions and allow each event to reevaluate itself all the way back to now. As you're floating back to now, allow all of the events to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices and let go of negative emotions on those events all the way back to now. Preserve the learnings, let go of the emotions, and allow each event to reevaluate itself. Close your eyes all the way back to now. And as you come back to now, above your timeline, I like your unconscious mind to allow you to notice at least 3 or more events where you could have had the desired belief, but because of the decision which we just deleted today, you didn't notice the possibility, and now you can. As you come back to now, I like your unconscious mind to allow you to notice at least 3 or more events where you could have had the desired belief, the opposite of the belief you deleted. But because of the decision which we just deleted, you didn't notice the possibility, and now you can. Allow your unconscious mind to float all the way back to now and re-evaluating all of the events between then and now, between the root cause and now. Close your eyes and allow all of the events to reevaluate themselves in light of your new choices. Good. Come back to now. Come back to now into the room. So now, how do you feel about that old belief? Rachel?
I don't feel any. I don't know any right now.
Good. How about you, Michele?
It's crazy because it's the one that was with me now. Nowadays is the same emotion, and I feel that I understand or understood.
Okay, good. So you feel that now you understand.
Yes.
Excellent. Wonderful. Now, I want you to close your eyes and go out into the future. Go out into the future to an unspecified time in the future. Any time in the future that would be most appropriate. Go out into the future to a time that would be most appropriate. And imagine a time when something like this could happen again, meaning the old belief could happen again. And what do you do instead? What do you do instead? Okay, go ahead and unmute and tell me what you do instead.
I'm facing it.
Wonderful, you're facing it. How about you, Rachel? Unmuted?
There was a lot actually. But like to even remember one, there were so many going by.
And what do you do instead?
I'm living my best life. In spite of failures or mistakes, I am worthy. I'm worthy of everything I want and desire. And I'm capable, and I will be paid what I ask for. I will be respected. I'll have intimacy and relationship, connection, like the happy neighborhood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like in the happy neighborhood. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so good. I'm so happy for you, Rachel. Happy for you, Michele. We went over a long time, about 33 minutes. Please forgive me. This session needed to go a bit longer. And Rachel, what will you tell someone that's thinking about coming to this class?
Oh, they have to be prepared to let go. They have to be prepared and ready to let go. They have to take a moment and just be selfish and self-focused and ready to have a different experience.
Wonderful.
Quote unquote. Yeah, quote me.
Yeah, totally. How about you, Michele? What would you tell someone who's thinking about coming to this class?
They should be open and be true about themselves. Be open to release, to be open, because without that it's impossible to go that far.
Yeah. Awesome. Last question. Rachel, will you recommend this class to loved ones, family, and friends and colleagues?
Yes.
How about you, Michele?
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. Are there any questions before we end the class?
Okay, so how do I pay you? And how much do I owe you?
So I have 2 programs. So you can either work with me 101 for 2 hours and we get to release the greater problem, or you can hire me for the entire year and it's 1 session a week. For the first 4 weeks it's release work. For the month 2 to month 12 it's called Game of Life.
Wow.
You get to a point where you don't have anything else to release and you just play the game of life.
Yes.
Where you get to design your life.
Yay, that sounds awesome.
Yeah. So
wow.
if you're ready for that, the links for those programs are in the link I sent you. So in the document that has the list,
okay,
it has at the bottom near my name, after you see the blue sea lion, right below the sea lion, you see the links to sign up either for the 2-hour session or the 12-month session. If you do the 12-month, you get 50% off. So that's how you can pay me. If you need payment plan, there's a payment plan option as well.
Okay. That I do and I don't need that. So we'll see.
Ask your unconscious mind.
I have to ask my unconscious mind. It's coming. Yeah, the money's coming. Like, would you quit? So
yeah,
I just need to do what I'm designed to do, what I was created to do.
Yeah, have as many people that spend time with you come to this class, because when they do this type of work, they will be at the same level as you. So if you're spending time with them, you're projecting your possibilities onto them. They're projecting their new possibilities onto you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I understand that. And one person said that they were going to do it on Tuesday. For whatever reason, they couldn't do it tonight. So, yes, I will definitely be sharing.
Yeah, yes. And there's so much to share. I'll just leave you with this homework. Do a 10-year goal, a 5-year goal, and a 1-year goal after the class ends. So 10, 5, and 1. Because as you release the limiting belief today, you'll be feeling pretty good. It doesn't mean there's a goal out in the future, though. So you need to choose a goal so that as you feel pretty good, there's a target where you're heading towards.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So these classes are, for now, they are complimentary. And in the near future, they'll be for members only. So take as many of these classes as possible. And if you become a paid member, you come unlimited. There's a class or 2 or 3 every day.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Amazing.
So yeah. So come to as many as possible. Whether you're a paid member or not, and take advantage of it. And if you want to become a paid member and support my company, then become a paid member. My motto is no one left behind. Okay, so everyone gets what they need to get regardless of their current financial situation, because if they get to be uplifted, they can always pay later.
Yes, that's exactly, that resonates with me. Absolutely, 100%.
And one thing that I like to plant in your minds as far as the forgiveness is concerned, every time you do the forgiveness exercise from now on, I want you to think about the healthy boundaries. So as you're forgiving that memory, what healthy boundaries are you placing so you are okay forgiving every single person every single day, including yourself? And then you create healthy boundaries so that you learn the lesson and it's the last time it will happen.
Absolutely.
You learn the lesson and it's the last time it will happen.
I've been working on these for a long time, as I recognized early on that the way I was raised, one parent and the other parent were very contradictory. And one had like kind of no boundaries and the other had very strict boundaries. And they conflicted with each other all the time. And, so yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Any other questions?
I'm good.
You good? Cool. Rachel?
Yes, it's awesome. So when I do my homework, you said, I do the limiting belief I'm releasing today, and I also do the other one you said is
the 10-year goal, 5-year goal, 1-year goal.
No, I got that one. I don't have that one as the regular kind of mantra, the regular. You said you called it a like a regular meditation type.
Oh, sure. The forgiveness exercise.
Yeah, forgiveness exercise. So this whole thing is the forgiveness exercise, like everything you went over.
The forgiveness exercise is the one where you imagine healing energy coming from up above into your head, down your spine, through your whole body, and you invite the memory of the person that you're forgiving to be in front of you, and you shoot out through your heart, through your chest, this healing energy, healing that memory. And as you heal that memory, you then either walk into that memory and become it, or you start morphing. First the nose, forehead, eyes, mouth, and realize that every forgiveness is self-forgiveness. You actually forgiving yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've experienced that before. Okay, that made perfect sense.
Wonderful. So we're going to end this class, and we always end the class like how we begin the class is with music. The reason why I play music is so we can move our bodies. We just went through so much work that we did mentally and emotionally and also spiritually. So now we're going to help integrate physically by moving our bodies, by dancing. So I'm going to play a song for about 3 minutes. You're welcome to close Zoom at any time, but you have 3 minutes to listen to this song and move your body however it is that you want to move your body.
Thank you, Fernando.
You're very welcome. I hope to see you again very soon.
Yes, for sure.
Go ahead and raise your speakers.
That's the loudest one.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Have a great night. See you soon in class.
Bye.
Good night.